Hey guys, my name is Polina. In this video I actually would like to talk with you about the student life during coronavirus. Let's go! So I'm studying in the University of Amsterdam, surprise, in Amsterdam. And I study the program called Media and Culture. The current situation here is that we're on a lockdown, everything is closed except for the supermarkets and pharmacies. We also have curfew starting from 9 p.m. But overall it's not that bad because we can actually go outside and visit others. But I know that it can be very different in other countries. Just tell me, how is the overall situation in the country?
We have lockdown and meeting is something from fairy tales.
We don't have restrictions, we don't have lockdowns, everything works perfectly.
Yeah, but you yourself think that you have coronavirus right now, right?
I have a cough, yeah.
Yeah, because here in Europe we are like, oh my god, in Russia it's like no coronavirus at all, so no restriction, nothing, like all events take place and
It's not true at all. We don't have restrictions because our economy wouldn't survive any lockdowns. It's kind of upsetting. People are still getting sick, people are still dying, still suffering. It feels like no one cares. The government doesn't have an opportunity to provide some care, maybe financial help to people.
Well, at the moment we don't have a curfew, it's just a lockdown. Everything is closed, and something new from the country. We can go to the shopping, but we have to make an appointment for it. And in some shops you have to wait maybe 1 week long or 2 weeks long to get inside. It's not good now.
Is it allowed to do sports outside, to walk with your dog? Nothing more. As well, we have the situation with shops that we can buy anything, just foods, and open is only supermarkets. Shopping malls closed since December. Like, I can buy normal shoes and underwear. It's my personal pain about underwear.
Some people still don't think that this is a problem and refusing to wear masks.
Okay, yeah, here in Europe it's a bit different. We have some people who refuse wearing masks, but overall, like, we have like very strict regulations. For example, you cannot go to a transport without a mask. They won't allow you to.
We also have that, but people still do that.
German local people, they're afraid of it. If you don't follow distance, they will tell you immediately, like, hey, please 1 meter away from me. Well, it's terrible what to say. Also, I know that in Sweden they don't have a lockdown, they don't have nothing at all.
Of course, in this video I will mainly talk about the student life in Amsterdam, but I will also try to tell you a little bit about the student life of my friends who study in different countries. This is probably the first question that comes to mind. Well, everything is online. At my university, we have an online platform where we can see the program of each subject week by week. It's called Canvas, and we can access all the needed materials from there. We can also message our teachers and fellow students, get the links to our online classes, and so on. Yes, all the classes take place online, but there are different formats. This is something that I just love because it's so convenient. But first of all, I think you're curious to see how it looks. Remember Canvas? All the magic happened there. Usually every week our teachers publish a link to the lecture that was recorded either at home or most of the times for my program on campus. In normal times you would be sitting in this lecture hall listening to the lecture in person, but the world is different now, so we only have a possibility to watch it online. But what I do like a lot about it is that it actually saves my time a lot. Because not only I can skip some parts, but I can also adjust the speed of the recording. This means I can watch a lecture at double speed and spend half the time on it than I would have spent watching it live. I can also pause the lecture and write down the notes that I need to. Of course we have Zoom classes, and it's probably the only time in my life right now when I actually need to do something with the way I look. This means I will take off my pajamas, do something with my hair, do my makeup, and finally look like a human. The Zoom classes at my university are pretty nice. We get a chance to talk with our classmates a lot in the so-called breakout rooms, which is really good. And when there is a break, all I need to do is to turn my chair around and jump to my sofa. It's really convenient. Okay, I'm just kidding. I usually prefer to move a bit, have some water, and enjoy the view from my window. But still, really convenient. How do classes take place right now at university in Russia?
We recently switched back to the offline lectures. It's fine. We all are wearing masks all the time.
Okay, so you have all the classes offline.
Not all of them, maybe half of them.
We are working and study online. Nothing new, like since 2020 March.
Here they say that they hope that it will be partially in person, and they say it every month, like maybe next month. Okay, no, maybe next month. Are you happy with your current student life?
Let's say I don't have student life at all.
Not really.
Is it because of coronavirus or?
It's kind of connected with new shame. I mean, we can decide to go out and have fun, but after we can feel pretty guilty about that we didn't decide to stay home.
I'm studying in Amsterdam and I'm just in Latvia in my room like for 7 months of studying. I don't know any person from our university except you. Let's say awful.
Is it harder for you to study online?
From one side, no, because I can combine my studies with my work. I can do it in one time, but about communication, about language improving, about collaborations with your classmates, of course it's worse. It's awful.
I mean, it can be quite boring sometimes. Like you always can just push one button and not do anything. Like I'm bored, stop. Of course, like I don't need to be visible for my tutors or something, or it's like less stress because you just can turn off your microphone, your camera.
It's harder to motivate yourself, to make plans, and the studying atmosphere has always been helpful for me personally.
Well, it's really hard with the majority of group projects at my university because we have tasks that involve the production of media content, such as video essays, films, or something like that. And it's really hard to produce the media content in a group online. I mean, I got lucky, and for one of my projects, the outcome of which you could see on your screens now, I got a team of people who all were in Amsterdam. It was hard to gather because of the restrictions, but we did it anyway and we actually received such a cool experience. I'm very happy that I had this opportunity this year. But I know for a fact that for my friend who is studying the same program that I do, but is in Latvia right now, it was a bit different. So I know that you were making this group project with your team online. How was it?
I can say it was like pretty awful, I guess. Like we need to make a video and everyone is like different locations. I'm not talking about like restrictions about coronavirus. It's even hard to like make one idea because you need all 5 people in Zoom and everyone is also like lagging or just even not online. So
how did the video turn out in the end?
It's just not good, not bad.
So yeah, as you can see, the classes are all right, they're pretty organized, but it's the first year studying this program for me and I've never ever in my life been on the campus of my own university, which is really weird. But do you have like group projects at university and you meet in person, no?
Yes, we have, and we're working in Google Doc.
In Google Doc.
Yeah, it's maximum for our normal communication.
This is a very interesting topic because the way the exams are held differ from uni to uni. But in this video I'm gonna show you 2 ways the exams are held at my university. This is something that my program is not using because they see it as very unethical in relation to the students. But this is something that my boyfriend's program, Business Administration, prefers to use on every single exam. So let's hear from him.
So basically, a Practoria is an external artificial intelligence software that is used in order to detect fraud and cheating during the exams. Basically, it monitors the person's outlook, the person's surrounding by recording the camera, and also it monitors the desktop activity in order to make sure that no separate tabs in the browser are opened, or perhaps, I don't know, if you try to click something or open WhatsApp. What happens if, for example, I try to open WhatsApp? Practoria will automatically detect it, stop my exam, and report that I cheated. And then an alternate authorized person will watch this recording, and if indeed I cheated, well, then exam will not count. Another important things in regards to Pretoria is room preparation. You have to make sure that you are completely alone in your room. Therefore, before the exam, you have to pick up your laptop with the camera, with the software recording, and walk around the room, show the surrounding tables to make sure that there are no people, phones, smartwatches, and then you remain like this during the end of the exam.
Okay, so since my program cannot use this Proctoria thing and they cannot actually check whether we're cheating or not, all the exams are open book. And there are two options. The exams either look the same way they did before the pandemic, but the time we can spend on the exam is reduced a lot. Or the second option is that they change the form of the exam completely. For example, this year I had a 24 hours exam. It was literally the worst exam I had in my life. I almost wasn't able to complete the exam, I almost failed it because there was so many things going on during these 24 hours for me, many unexpected things. But anyway, this is not the material for this video, but let me know in the comments if you would like me to tell you about this experience. Well, first of all, the overall situation with the mental health of young people in the Netherlands is not that good. Recently, they conducted another survey among the young people aged from 10 to 25. And the results showed a 5-fold increase in the percent of young people who rated their life satisfaction below 5. Of course, all the nightclubs, the bars, everything is closed, all the events either cancelled or moved to online environment. But I must say that home parties still take place, of course only illegally, because officially you are not allowed to receive more than 2 guests or households at the same time. But yeah, luckily we can still visit our friends. And what about the social life for you? Like, do you meet with your friends a lot? Can you meet your friends?
Polina, no social lives. That's all. I really want to go to some dates to meet some new people, but it's impossible. It's impossible, first of all, because it's not allowed, but secondly, if I will go with someone to date, we can walk on the outside, and you know about our weather, so it's a really bad idea. So, and of course, if you want to make some parties,
You can, but...
yeah, but you will get some
fines, yeah.
At the beginning, it was like in every other place in the world. It was hard, but now kinda seems like it's getting back to the way it was. The tendency started long ago, 5 months maybe. The bars are open, all the clubs are open, all the cafes are open. People are going out.
What was the biggest change that Corona brought to your student life?
Everything, I suppose.
I started to study during Corona. I don't know how to compare it to something else.
So I think the biggest change for you is the problems with social life then, yeah?
Yeah, I'm alone and I want to go to some dates and I want to buy shoes. Student life for me was not working with your laptop. It's about communications, about parties, it's about your out of university time.
How would you answer the question, what is the biggest takeaway for you from this whole situation?
You can work no matter where you are, and you learn to work in any environment.
Have a backup plan for situations like this.
Don't complain about your real life studies. Don't complain about it anymore. Never.
The last question is, do you think it will ever end?
I guess.
Yes?
Maybe in 2 years.
In 2 years?
I think next year can be the same situation, like next wave of coronavirus, next unpredictable virus.
I hope our planet can manage it in some way, like vaccination.
We want to move, we want to travel, we want to visit others, at least to visit our families, because now everyone is separated. You know, we have life now and before. That's it. And we don't know what will be after.
I don't want to drink with you in Zoom.
Yeah, I hope that we will have normal life, normal education in autumn already.
Bars and clubs.
Yeah, I hope so, actually. I really hope that soon enough these all will be just memories. And you people from the future watching this video, what waits for us there. I literally can already see you guys laughing at me. So let me know in the comments when you watch this video and whether I was really naive that this pandemic will end soon. What advantages can you see for yourself during these times and whether you can see any? I would be very happy to hear from you. That's it for today. So if you like this video, give it a thumbs up and consider subscribing to my channel. I will be posting a lot of interesting stuff very soon, and I will be just happy to see you in the community that I'm trying to gather here. And I really hope to talk to you soon. Пока-пока!